They've feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. And the Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd...
And he breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers. Yes, wide receivers.
And he's running in the open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Fires to the wideout. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Baylor Bears offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Power football with the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player, your record in rivalry.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Bears line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Going for 6. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, TCU! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a covenant road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Maldonado. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd down, going up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. He's off to the races. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And this is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's White. Makes the catch and knocked down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. With jet sweep pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Bears! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Makes a man miss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here comes the option. Now the toss. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter.
Baylor, 14.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 35, Baylor 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Bears will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now on first down from the 30. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just...
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 42, Baylor 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes his connection.
And I love working this slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. from the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
He's got the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. All kinds of running room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so you...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
TCU 49, Baylor 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Swings it out to the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Slips through the line. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. On second down, he'll let it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Palmer. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, looking for the completion. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. The defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects the quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his feet on that throw. Ball got away.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the second half.
21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
He wants to pass it on second down. The sure hands, it's Porter.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that is why it's important to have success early in the drive, because you set up third and short. You can throw a slant in your sleep. That's going to get caught. You're going to move the sticks, and that's what the offense was able to do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Steps away. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack off.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Bears will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they They've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page calmly.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the route is on.
TCU, number 1, with the carry.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
On second down, wants to throw it. Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Bears will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Off the play fake on first down. Getting some heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued.
TCU, number 88.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. TCU, 63. Baylor, 21.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll try to pop the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bears decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Running it back, it's Palmer. The solid return. And really sets up this offense nicely. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 70, Baylor 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's... And they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that. Set up the screen and creates some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Maldonado. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Snags it, and he's into the end. Touchdown, Bears!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Spreads the uprights, it's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. From inside the 10, here he comes. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives...
He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The aerial assault continues. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, TCU! And the pummeling has started. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a... can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give it. To set up a big return. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Palmer. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. On the option. Now the pitch. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. On the option. He'll toss it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. And they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
He's got it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the punishment has been extended. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He's got it. Oh, look out, there he goes. The tap. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting, the consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happen today. It seemed like every...
He unleashes a long one. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in. Juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start. Penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another.